developments that Wallach is working on in Michigan. We have other projects that include Falcon Woods in Holland, Corners Crossing in Traverse City, which will be completed in the spring, and Lighthouse Ridge Apartments in South Haven, which we will get started early next year. We are also proud to share partnership with PVM to another strategic project in Detroit called Alice Burney Village and the Russell Woods Nardin Park neighborhood. It will be a 105-unit intergenerational campus on the site of the former Alice Burney Elementary School. Wallach will be working with PVM and Hope Village Homes on this transformational project. We'll be sharing more details in the coming weeks. These developments demonstrate the significant need for safe and affordable housing for older adults throughout Detroit and Wayne County, as well as across the state. Wallach is committed to providing people of all incomes safe and affordable housing as they age. This is a fast-growing age group. By 2030, more than 30% of Michigan residents will be aged 55 or over. This $29 million development has 105 units across 3 buildings. We rehabilitated 2 buildings from the Lewis Business College, and we constructed a new 4-story building. The apartment homes, they have Energy Star rated appliances, ceiling fans, luxury vinyl flooring, window treatments, and patios or balconies. There is a fitness area, a community space, on-site property management, and an office with computer for residents. The goal is that our people are happy. With Dr. Violet T. Lewis Village, we are continuing our mission of opening doors to homes, opportunities, and hope. What this means is that for over 60 years, Wallach has been a leader in providing homes to people of all walks of life, regarding of their age, continuing that commitment to our mission by ensuring that seniors in Detroit have decent, safe, and affordable housing. We are fortunate to have other great partners on this project, including the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, the City of Detroit, the Kresge Foundation, Merchants Capital, Security Bank, First Merchants Bank, and the Federal Home of partners is very long for this project. I talked about the fact that it took us nearly 6 years to get here today, and all of those partners came to the table to make this happen, which we're greatly appreciative of. This project came to fruition because of the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program, which is a federal program that offers tax incentives to in exchange for creating new affordable housing nationwide. Just as important, it provides the necessary financing to reinvest in communities, and it's with this financing that we can build new communities that residents are proud to call home. We can also ensure that Dr. Violet T. Lewis Village remains safe, high quality, and affordable for many years to come. As anyone involved with a development like this can attest, these projects are not easy to put together, and the housing credit is the nation's most successful tool for encouraging private investments in affordable housing. The housing credit has helped so many seniors and families since its creation in 1986. With that, I'd like to ask Roger with PVM, our partner with Michigan, to speak.
Thank you, Amy. We appreciate the partnership with Wallach very much. What a great day. And you know, people want to take credit for this great weather, but I met some individuals that are in a prayer circle every Wednesday morning from 9:30 to 11:30. Dr. Ponders, you're part of this prayer circle. From 9:30 to 11:30 every Wednesday they pray. And I was told they prayed for good weather for today. And they've been praying for this development all along. So we really appreciate that. Thank you for the prayers. So some of you have been in attendance at 3 major celebrations in the last several years here. The first was when the mayor and the head of MSHDA at the time, Michigan State Housing Development Authority, right on the steps over here where we're going to cut the ribbon, they announced the award of several tax credit developments in the city, this being one. So that was a great day and a very important announcement regarding major investments in the city. The second was just 17 months ago. Happened to also be on a Wednesday, Juneteenth. You remember what happened on Juneteenth, 2024? We celebrated the groundbreaking on this historic site. And today we're going to cut the ribbon. So for those of you, and if you were a part of any or all three of those, raise your hand. Mayor? He was part of all three of those. You're going to hear about Dr. Violet T. Lewis from others today. And I didn't have the privilege or honor to ever meet her, but I've seen the impact that she's had, and you're going to hear about that. There's two other people that I'd like to give a shout out today. And one of them was mentioned at the groundbreaking. Actually, he was mentioned by Ken Hollowell, the incoming chair of the PVM board. And that is the Reverend Dr. Lawrence T. Glenn Sr. Dr. Glenn was the pastor of Broad Street Presbyterian Church for many, many years. I think probably over 40 years, Ken? 34 years. And in the early 90s, Dr. Glenn joined the PVM board, and he became a strong advocate and inspired PVM to begin serving in the city of Detroit. Up until that time, we had not served in Detroit. But Dr. Glenn had the call to action, and now we serve more in Detroit than anywhere else in the state. So I think about Dr. Glenn. Thank you. I also think about the legendary Reverend Dr. Charles Gilchrist Adams. Some people called him PA, Pastor Adams, Dr. Adams. I had a chance to know and work closely with Dr. Adams. He was the inspiration and the driving force for the development of Hartford Village right next door. And him and the leaders of that church, Hartford Memorial Baptist Church, really have been just outstanding partners. And it's wonderful that Dr. Adams was able to be part of the groundbreaking, the grand opening next door. And I know that Dr. Glenn and Dr. Adams, along with Dr. Lewis, are with us today, and they're very, very happy. I'd like to give a couple shout outs. Christy Paul, where is Christy Paul? Christy, come on up here. You're not going to have to talk, but come up here. I want everybody to see you. Christy Paul is the administrator of Hartford Village and the administrator of the Dr. Violet T. Lewis Village. So she'll be around here all afternoon. So if you've got questions, if you're interested in applications, I'm sorry to tell you, there's already a waiting list started, so you might have to wait a while, but Christy is doing a great job. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Christy. You're going to hear a little story later by one of the speakers about Christy. The Kresge Foundation was mentioned in Adina Hill here. Adina, would you stand up, please? Adina is representing the Kresge Foundation, and we really appreciate Kresge's support. And I guess you probably heard this from others already, but let me tell you, welcome to the neighborhood. Okay, the Kresge Foundation is moving their offices right around the corner from here. They're going to be a part of the Marygrove campus in the coming year, which is a huge announcement and a great commitment to the city of Detroit. Thank you for doing that. Lastly, And the mayor is going to be introduced in a minute by Amy. So this is not an introduction, Mayor. But I did want to give a reflection on our mayor, the 75th mayor of this great city. So in January of 2014, before the end of his first month as mayor, if you could just go back in time, think about what was going on in January 2014. On January 30th, the PVM Board of Directors had our meeting at the Village of Bethany Manor over on 14th Street. And a couple of days before that meeting, we called up the mayor's office and we said, we know you're really busy, you just became mayor, but we have a board meeting on January 30th. Would you be willing to stop by? He did. He stayed there for an hour talking with the PVM board. It was inspiring. And Mr. Mayor, I would say, all the years that followed, your extraordinary leadership and success is something that we're all so grateful for. Thank you so much for your service. And with that, Amy, I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Roger. We are deeply grateful for our partnership with PVM and really excited that we get to continue that partnership with future projects. Thank you so much. Roger did a great job teeing up the introduction to Mayor Duggan. He's such a key partner in helping us make sure that this project came to fruition. It's an honor to invite Mayor Duggan up to the podium to speak.
Well, good afternoon. It's a good day, huh? So to Wallach, to Presbyterian Village, and everybody who made this possible, our partners at MISHTA, the HRD team, you'll hear from Jason Friedman. But this is a special day for me. My first week in office in January of 2014, there was a snowstorm, and Reverend Charles Adams somehow got through the snow to come see me. And he brought up these rolls of paper. And at the time, we're in bankruptcy, but he was moving out. He unrolled them and he said, I'm going to build affordable senior apartments in Detroit. Everybody else is moving out. I want our seniors to be able to stay here. And he showed me the site right next to the Northwest Activity Center. And he said, wouldn't you want to live in this neighborhood and have that great facility right next door? And it was the very first affordable housing project I did as mayor. And Reverend Adams and I walked this site together. And he said, look, I'm going to take care of this, but you got to do one thing. He says, what are you going to do about the Lewis College of Business property? And of course, Reverend Adams deeply was aware of the history of Michigan's only HBCU, what it had meant to so many people in this community. And he said, this is historic. And I said, Reverend, I will get to it. 3 years later, we cut the ribbon on Hartford Village. He did what he said. And who showed up at the ribbon cutting? But the Secretary of HUD from Washington, D.C., Secretary Ben Carson. The only housing project in the time I've been mayor that the HUD secretary showed up. That's how widely and highly regarded that Pastor Adams was. And so Ben Carson, who of course was from Detroit, pulled up, and when I went to cut the ribbon with him, he says, what are you going to do about the Bakers, the Lewis College of Business property? That's important. You're going to do it. I said, before I get out of office, I'll do something. I made it by 5 weeks. But this is the city we wanted to build. This neighborhood is coming back. It was once very special. It's on its way back again. And to use this property to create an opportunity for 105 units of affordable housing for seniors. And people say, oh, what's affordable? Affordable starts at $427 for a one-bedroom apartment. And this neighborhood, all right? I'm talking about what's affordable, all right? It's based on your income, but those who make $20,000 a year are going to be able to be in this community and be a part of it. You have heard the term affordability, right? Every politician has discovered affordability. It's in there. The pollsters are telling them to say it. In the city of Detroit, we didn't start on affordability today. With this project, we are now over $1.7 billion in new affordable housing built in the city of Detroit, almost 7,000 units, and we're building them in neighborhoods across the city. And I have been able to do that because I had partners on city council who didn't need their pollsters to tell them about affordability either. They're talking to people every day who love the city, and you're watching the city come back, and if you own a house, you did really well. But if you were renting, that pressure on those rising rents made you wonder whether you could stay in this community. I had partners on city council who said nobody is going to be pushed out of this city. We don't have tent cities like most other big cities in America because we keep building. And one of the most vocal champions from day one on city council pushed through a $200 million package just out of the American Rescue Plan and has supported every single affordable housing project in the last 4 years. Please welcome your newly re-elected city council member, Angela Callaway. Come on up.
Thank you, Mayor Duggan, for that introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. This is a great day in this district that I love and that I'm proud to represent on the Detroit City Council, but I'm going to do two things first. I want all of my sorors, members of Gamma Phi Delta, to please stand. You all look around at all that pink and blue, yes. I am you, and you are me. Founded in 1943, right? I'm proud to be a member of Gamma Phi Delta, and thank you for your support. On another note, I'm a proud graduate of the #1 HBCU. It's not Lewis College of Business, I'm sorry. It is Spelman College. Yes. So I had to get that out there, but thank you so much, Mayor Duggan. Thank you to PVM, and I don't know Reverend Glenn, but I'm so happy that he had that conversation with you. I'm grateful to Reverend Adams having that conversation with the mayor. But this is a site one where a historically black college will be remembered because it's associated with Violet T. Lewis and her sister Elizabeth Gardner. And I'm so proud that it's here in District 2, and I'm so proud that we don't have blight in this neighborhood anymore on this corridor. And it's been my joy and privilege to drive past this site almost every day because I live right on the other side of 7 Mile, to see it start and to see it finish. And it's just been an amazing experience. And I think you said 17 months, 17 short months. And I like the terraces. We got to have a parade down Myers so folks can sit on their terrace and watch something wonderful happen on Myers. But thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so proud that it's here in District 2. And again, to all of my sorors and Gamma Phi Delta, thank you for being here and all your beautiful pink and blue. And the next voice that you will hear will be Julie Snyder, our Director of Housing our Revitalization Department. Is Julie here? Because I haven't seen her.
You meant Jason.
Oh, Jason, okay. My note says Julie Snyder, but come on, Jason. I can read, Mayor Duggan.
Yeah, as the mayor pointed out, I'm not Julie. So it's exciting to be here today, though, after 6 years, because I remember the first time I went through this building, a chunk of the ceiling fell on my head, and my hair hasn't grown back since then. So this is exciting to see. So today we get to celebrate the adaptive reuse of the historic Lewis College of Business property, and it both preserves a super important historic building and then creates new space that's going to welcome residents to this neighborhood for the next 100 years. So we have a great need for affordable housing throughout the city, but especially in the neighborhoods. And it's been this administration's priority to build that affordable housing in the neighborhoods, not just downtown and on the riverfront. So these 105 units are 100% affordable at 30 to 80% AMI, as the mayor mentioned. And so that means rents starting at $427, but capped at $983. So this really builds on the city's current investment of over $1.7 billion in affordable housing over the last few years here. So I want to say thank you to all of our partners. The project wouldn't have happened without them. So the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, the Detroit Housing Commission, the Federal Home Loan Bank, the Kresge Foundation, my former coworker, Adina Hill. She was with the city for many years, so it's good to see her here today. And then the Merchants Capital Security Bank and First Merchants Bank. And then finally, I want to thank the mayor and city council for their leadership and putting both federal home dollars and American Rescue Plan Act dollars into this project, which helped make it happen. So I want to thank my many colleagues who worked on this project behind the scenes for those 6 years. So Michelle Lee, who's also here today, DeMarco Ansari, Larry Kachinar, James Smith, Tamika Walker, Eric Light, Brian Coe, and Larry Cade. So congratulations to the entire development team with PVM and Wallach. We look forward to working with you on your upcoming projects. And just want to say welcome to all the new residents and welcome to the neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. With us today is Victoria Westbrooks, Executive Office Manager from the Office of Mayor-elect Mary Sheffield. Thank you for being here.
Good afternoon, everyone. I also am not Mayor-elect Sheffield. But I am very honored to be here today on such a beautiful day, the day that the Lord has made, to celebrate a development that puts Detroit residents, specifically our seniors, first. Let's have another round of applause for that. Dr. Violet T. Lewis Village isn't just about new housing. Today, we're celebrating over 100 affordable homes that help longtime Detroiters, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, stay in the neighborhoods that they built. This project is a clear reminder that Detroit's progress must include the people who kept the city going through every chapter. Our mayor-elect believes that every Detroiter deserves access to housing they can afford, not someday, but today. Developments like this one are exactly how we make that belief real. Thank you to our 75th mayor, Mike Duggan, and all partners who helped ensure Detroiters directly benefit from this investment. And to the future residents, welcome home. This community was built with you in mind. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
We heard from a lot of our local partners, but in addition to them, this project would not be a reality today without our partners from the state of Michigan. I would like to invite State Representative Regina Weiss to speak. She is in her third term in Michigan House of Representatives. Before her election to the State House in 2020, Representative Weiss served on Oak Park City Council. Thank you for joining us today.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be with you all today and such an honor to be able to speak at this event. And I was here a few months back. I don't know how many months back. It doesn't seem that long ago when we did the groundbreaking. So props to all the workers that worked so quickly to make this a reality, to get this building up and open. But it is a true honor to join you today as we celebrate the opening of Violet T. Lewis Senior Housing Village. A beautiful new home for so many of our cherished seniors and a lasting tribute to the woman whose leadership and vision opened doors for generations. I'm really proud of the fact that we were able to fight to secure funding for this project in last year's budget, and we know that that investment will help in building and continuing the legacy of Violet T. Lewis. We are investing in dignity, in safety, in community, and in the promise that every senior deserves a place to live that is affordable, accessible, and full of care and connection. Violet T. Lewis dedicated her life to empowering others, founding institutions, including this one, creating opportunities, and showing what's possible when determination meets purpose. And this village carries her legacy forward by ensuring that our seniors, who have given so much to build our neighborhoods, raise their families, and strengthen these communities, have a place to stay that honors them in return and allows them to stay in the community that they have invested their lives in. I want to thank everyone here, every single person here, and any others who could not be here today, who helped make this vision a reality. Your commitment and collaboration turned an idea into a home, and I can't think of anything more beautiful than that. And I will say, too, before I was in the legislature, I was a history teacher in the city of Detroit, and I taught Detroit history and the history of this site, of this location, and what it means for the city, but also for American history. I just think it's so beautiful that it's being honored in this way and will be remembered in this way, in this legacy. So again, thank you all to make this a reality. To the future residents, welcome home. May this place be a place of friendship, peace, and new beginnings. And I also wanted to present, and I know Tyrone Carter is here today from the legislature. Are there any other state reps or senators present? A shout out to Representative Carter, who is here. And I bring, on behalf of the Detroit caucus from the legislature, a tribute to honor this occasion and to honor this site and the legacy of Dr. Violet T. Lewis. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Weiss. What a great memory that we can hang in the office. Maybe, Roger, I'm thinking for folks to see. We appreciate the support. While our elected officials work hard to ensure and prioritize funding for our various programs, state agencies ensure their administration. This includes the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, which you all have heard about throughout this presentation. Wallach was awarded tax credits for 4 projects by MSHDA here in Michigan, and we're thrilled to be working on these developments in the Wolverine State. I would now like to ask Anthony Amoroso from MSHDA to speak.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for having the Michigan State Housing Development Authority be a part of this wondrous new development, a historic project that preserves a piece of Detroit's history. When I think about Dr. Lewis and I think about her legacy, I think about a woman who worked tirelessly for her community and those around her. And I also think about a woman who worked tirelessly to build a foundation upon which people could reach to be their full potential. I can't think of a better way of honoring that legacy than on the very same ground that she worked to do that. We have built 105 affordable units to, one, serve the community, the senior community of Detroit, and also built a place that's a safe home, that's affordable, on which people can come home to and use as a foundation to build and reach their full potential. MSHDA is proud to support this development through low-income housing tax credits, as was mentioned, direct financing, gap financing. The development aligns with MSHDA's vision to provide quality, affordable housing solutions that support diverse, equitable, and thriving communities. Michigan, as many of you all know, is still experiencing a housing shortage. But this development points to the fact that we are gaining momentum, and that last year, at the beginning of 2024, we were 200,000 units short of demand in the state. However, the latest estimates have us down to 119,000 units short. Last year was MSHDA's biggest year ever, and we are partnering across the state to ensure every Michigander has a quality, affordable home. Innovative projects like this take tremendous collaboration from many different partners, and so MSHDA thanks every single partner that helped make this day possible. We'd also like to specifically thank Presbyterian Villages of Michigan, the City of Detroit, and Wallach communities for the commitment to a shared vision of increasing access to affordable housing. This grand opening represents, in one part, the preservation of great history in the city, but it also points to the many great things that are happening right now and will continue in the future. Mr. is excited to see what the future holds for the city of Detroit and is excited to be a partner in it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anthony. I think it's important what he pointed out is that Mishta is very focused on making sure that now those 119,000 units that we are short for affordable housing, they're working hard to make sure that we get there in the state of Michigan, and we're so grateful for that. So Dr. Lewis was Dr. Violet Ponder's grandmother and namesake. She instilled in Dr. Ponders and her sister at an early age the importance of education. Her grandmother was a trailblazer, founding the college and serving as its president for almost 30 years. It has been such a pleasure for our team to get to know Dr. Ponders as we've developed Dr. Violet T. Lewis Village and to learn about her grandmother's legacy. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Violet Ponders.
This is a grand day in Detroit. It is a grand day for the Lewis legacy. And understand that the Lewis legacy isn't just Violet T. Lewis and her family. And would my family please stand there? Grant Gillespie, grandson. Shirley Ponders, granddaughter. Somewhere is Stephanie Ponders. I have Quentin, great-grandson. No, great-great-grandson. Stephanie Fordham, grandson, granddaughter, no, great-granddaughter. We got Lori Campbell, and we can't forget Miss Jackie Jones, Frederick. Thank you all. It's a great day for Gamma Phi Delta sorority. There's nothing like my sisters. You showed up and showed out at the groundbreaking. And you all can't see the sea of pink and blue because we're covered up because it's cold. Dr. Lewis was a visionary, but she was a grandmother. She was an educator, but yet and still she built all kinds of organizations. There are actually 3 sororities that come out of Lewis Business College: Gamma Phi Delta, Eta Phi Beta, my Eta Phi Beta sisters are here, and Tau Gamma Delta. She just didn't limit herself to what people thought women should do at that point. I am so grateful to Mayor Duggan, to PVM, but most of all to Wallach. This is a beautiful place. It is a place that says, come live. And please, please enjoy. Now, today I represent also Pencil Lewis College of Business. The legacy lives. It lives, and the education part of it is growing, and there, as Dr. Edwards told me earlier today, better things are yet to come. I bring you greetings from the Lewis family. I bring you greetings from Pencil Lewis College of Business, and you will hear from my sisters, my Eta Phi Beta sisters and my Gamma Phi Delta sisters. I thank you all. My family thanks you all for being here. You didn't have to, but you did, and we're grateful. I'm grateful to my prayer family. They prayed a whole lot of prayers in this place. I am grateful for all of you, and if I miss somebody, charge it to my head. I'm getting a little gray on top, and not my heart. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Ponders. As she said, there were 2 sororities founded at Lewis Business College. The first is Eta Phi Beta, we just heard about that, which encourages women to enter the business world. Joining us today is Sandra Bradfield, the 19th president of Eta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. She has been an active member of the sorority since joining in 1987 through the Gamma Theta chapter in Atlanta. I'd like to invite Sandra to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. So we've heard a lot about all of the community efforts that have gone into having such a great day here. And without you all's support, this day would not be possible. So thank you for that. Legacy. It's not only about the past, it's about building a future for others. This principle guides Eta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I'm Sandra Bradfield and the 19th National President, and it's an honor to address such distinguished audience this day and bring you greetings on behalf of my Grand Executive Board. I'm especially pleased to join you for this ribbon cutting of the Dr. Violet T. Lewis Village, located on the historic site of the former Lewis Business College. The college is an integral part of the sorority's history. Our 11 founders, and yes, I must name them, Ann Porter, Mary Green Hubbard, Earlene Carter, May Edwards Curry, Ethel Madison, Dorothy Silvers Brown, Maddie Rankins, Lena Reed, Catherine Douglas, Adeline Shelton, and Ivy Burt Banks. They were all students of Lewis Business College. The naming of this complex is a way of honoring the exceptional contributions and achievements that have been made to this city and to this community. Dr. Violet Ponder, as you lead and navigate through the daily operations of this remarkable establishment, may the legacy of your grandmother inspire resilience and shine a light of encouragement. May the collaborative approach among developers, government, and community agencies prioritize safety. Yes, you've heard that word many times. Affordability, you've heard that word a lot of times. And comfort without sacrificing the quality of the community standards for the residents. I'm from Atlanta. There's a lot of blight in Atlanta. It only takes building, but it also takes maintaining for the safety and comfort of the residents. The pioneering work in developing this senior community is truly commendable and will leave a lasting legacy that will be remembered for generations. So on behalf of my National Executive Board, we wish you continued success, many more buildings to support the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. In addition to founding the business college, as we've heard, Dr. Lewis was co-founder of Gamma Phi Delta, a historically African-American service sorority for businesswomen, professionals, and students, focusing on empowering women and youth to lead with purpose, integrity, and impact. Joining us today is Dr. Bell. Dr. Bell is the 14th president and CEO of Gamma Phi Delta sorority. In that spirit of service, we have members of Gamma Phi Delta and the PVM team members who are volunteering here today. Thank you. I'd like to invite Dr. Bell to the podium.
Great afternoon. Great afternoon. Distinguished guests, honored officials, community partners, members of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated, and friends. I am deeply honored to stand here today and be a part of history. As you heard, I am Dr. Contessa Bell, 14th National President and CEO of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated. Today, we gather to witness something truly powerful, the birth of a place created with heart, purpose, and vision. It is a privilege for Gamma Phi Delta sorority to stand here as guests, celebrating a moment that speaks to legacy, community, and the strength of honoring those who came before us. This moment resonates deeply with us because the name, as you heard, shining across the village, Dr. Violet Temple Lewis, belongs to a woman whose impact echoes far beyond her lifetime. Dr. Temple Lewis was a founder, a force, a visionary, a woman who turned limitations into opportunities and dreams into institutions. In 1943, along with her sister, Elizabeth A. Garner, Dr. Lewis co-founded the Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated at the college that she founded in the midst of the Great Depression. She helped build a sisterhood rooted in service, leadership, business excellence, and empowerment. Through Lewis College of Business, she opened doors that many believed were locked. She championed education when it seems like it wasn't possible, and during a time when it wasn't easy, and especially for women. She uplifted families when resources were scarce. She created pathways where none existed. And at this time, I invite the members of Gamma Phi Delta sorority to stand with me in solidarity. Dr. Lewis's legacy is one of courage, innovation, and unwavering commitment to community. And today, as we stand before Dr. Lewis's senior village, we see those same values reflected in every brick, every room, and every purpose. Everything in this village represents what Dr. Lewis lived for. Dignity for seniors, support for families, and love for the community. Thus, Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated stands in celebration with Wallach communities, Presbyterian villages of Michigan, and the family of Dr. Lewis and all the partners. This village, Michigan, is a promise. It's a promise that those who spent their lives giving, working, sacrificing, and paving the way for others will have a place where they are honored, valued, and cared for. As the ribbon falls today, we are opening possibilities, restoring dignity, and carrying forward a legacy that refuses to fade. To Wallach, PVM, and everyone who made this project possible, your work ensures that Lewis's life continues to inspire new generations after generation after generation. You have taken her name and placed it where it belongs, in the heart of a community that values service, compassion, and connection. On behalf of the National Board of Directors and the members of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated, thank you, thank you, thank you for keeping her legacy alive. May Dr. Violet Temple Lewis Senior Village stand as a beacon of love, dignity, and hope for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bell. I would now like to invite Dr. Louis Proust, PVM's board chair, to speak. Reverend Proust joined PVM's board in 2021. He is an ordained Presbyterian clergyman and is a parish associate for Jefferson Avenue Presbyterian Church here in Detroit. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Proust.
Well, following Dr. Bell is a treat. It's been my honor to be the board chair of PVM for the last 3 years. I still serve in Inner City Detroit Church and have for 40 years now. I served in Inner City Detroit Church, Presbyterian. I knew Dr. Glenn quite well, and so I was never surprised. I wasn't surprised at all when Roger mentioned the influence that Dr. Bell or that Dr. Green had. I can't get Dr. Bell out of my mind. Yeah, no one stood up for me. I don't know, you know. Anyway, it's an honor to be here, and I obviously don't need to say anything about Dr. Lewis because Dr. Bell said it so well. But clearly, 97 years ago, when she opened these doors, she started the impact that she had that continues to today. I went, though, to talk about PVM. 80 years ago, PVM opened its doors for the sole purpose of providing affordable housing for seniors. That was our purpose, and it remains our purpose. Our founders, too, had a heart for knowing the importance of safe and affordable housing. What was the Presbytery of Detroit got together 80 years ago and said, besides taking care of individuals and their spiritual lives, we need to do something more. And so we began PVM. So for 80 years now, PVM has housed and cared for the seniors of Michigan. And I always stand very proud to share with people when they ask me, what does PVM do? I tell them, we put 10,000 seniors to bed every night. 10,000 seniors to bed every night. The PVM Board of Directors, of which I have been the chair of and I can speak about, informed by their faith. We are a faith-based organization, affirms that everyone deserves access to safe and affordable housing, stable, basic human need. And the board understands completely, and we reiterate this again and again in our board meetings, that healthy housing allows people to make healthy choices and provides the vulnerable people services that they would otherwise not be able to access. We know that access to stable and affordable housing improves health and reduces healthcare costs. We know that, and that is what we stand for. We also know that we don't do these things alone. We need the mayor, who has been so important in what PVM has done for all these years. Wallach is a partner. Mishta, thank you, Anthony, and say hi to Amy as well. The city of Detroit, Wayne County, foundations like Kresge, and of course all of the other partners who are in this area today. What we do, we appreciate the attention that we get, but we need to do it together. We all collaborate. To our legislators, to our city officials, to the foundation members, and to the other supportive funders who are present today, thank you for supporting the work that we do and the work that PVM and Wallach wants to continue to do. On your behalf, PVM tries to carry out the words of the prophet Isaiah. I'm a preacher. You got to get Isaiah in here somewhere. You know. My people will abide in a peaceful habitation, in secure dwellings, and in quiet resting places. Thank you all for being here. May God bless you richly.
Thank you, Dr. Pruce. I think you should be a comedian. Today, we've talked a lot about how this project was financed, details about the community, the college's history, and its role here in Detroit, and Dr. Lewis's accomplishments. Combined, these pieces honor history and build the future of Dr. Violet T. Lewis's village. Dr. Violet T. Lewis Village. It may be her village too. But what will bring the village to life here are its residents, providing decent, safe apartments that they are proud to call home. We like to call this Beyond the Bricks and Sticks. And we are now at my favorite part of the program, where we get to hear from two people who will be making Dr. Violet T. Lewis Village their home. Let's welcome to the podium with loud applause, Kisha Martin and Henry Wilson. Kisha's mother will be living here and moving into the village, and Henry will be one of our first residents too, who is also a PDM retiree. Kisha, welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's such an honor to stand here today as we celebrate the ribbon cutting of Violet T. Lewis Apartments, a new beginning that carries a powerful legacy. Violet T. Lewis was a woman ahead of her time, an educator, an entrepreneur, and a pioneer who believed deeply in the power of opportunity. Born in 1897, she founded Lewis Business College, the first business college. That's right, we need to be clapping for that. Yes. This was the first business college in Michigan to be owned and operated by an African American woman. Through that groundbreaking achievement, she opened doors for generations who might have otherwise been left out. She believed that education and stability were the foundation for progress. And today, these apartments bearing her name continue that mission in a new form. They represent more than brick and mortar. They represent hope, access, and community. On a personal note, this moment holds a special meaning for me because my mother is currently on the wait list to become a resident here. And knowing that she may soon live in a place that honors such an inspiring woman brings everything full circle. It's comforting to know she'll be a part of a community built on the same values that Violet T. Lewis stood for, which is dignity, empowerment, and belonging. And this brings me to the staff. The staff has been so understanding, so patient, and transparent about the project. Christy, I know her, it's been at least, oh my gosh, my daughter is 30 now, so it's been about 29 years that I've known Christy from another establishment that she was at, and she's still the same. Always trying to open doors to make a way for someone to be able to be a part of a community. So thank you for that, and thank you for inviting me to be here. They have answered every question, every email, and call that I submitted out of concern for my mother's place on the list. They never sugarcoated or dodged any of my concerns or the questions that I have, and I appreciate them for that. It gives me comfort knowing that my mother will be able to have administrative staffing that will answer all of her questions or concerns in the future. The Violet T. Lewis Apartments stand as a reminder that when we invest in people, in housing, and in opportunity, we build more than places to live. We build pathways to thrive. So as we cut this ribbon today, and we honor Ms. Lewis's spirit, her courage, her commitment, and her belief in a brighter tomorrow, may everyone who walks through those doors feel inspired by her legacy and encouraged to carry it forward. But I really want to thank Ms. Violet T. Lewis for having a vision and executing the plans. Thank you and congratulations to everyone who made this vision a reality.
Thank you, Kisha. Thank you for sharing, and I hope you're not too far down that wait list, okay? All right. There might be a couple of people here you can still talk to about that. And when your mother moves in from Wallach and from PVM, welcome home. Okay? And I have to do it because it feels like it's so rewarding. So I want to say good afternoon. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. My name is Alexis Dunphy, and I am the Senior Vice President of Development at Wallach. And I am so pleased to be here with all of you today. I have been with this project since its inception, and I have the privilege of not only hearing from each and every one of you about why this project is so special, why it's so important, and the impact it's going to have today and into the future. I get the opportunity to share a little bit more about the Wallach team that made it come to fruition, that made it come to reality today. So first, I want to just say thank you to key members of our development team, Brennan Davis, Graham Welling, and Karen Averill. I thank you, heart and soul, for your dedication, your commitment, and your vision for what this could be, and your continued resilience and sharing of what we need to be able to make this come to fruition and make this the reality that it is now. I want to say thank you to the Wallach construction team, right, for ebbing the flows, the good and the bad that comes with construction and navigating that with grace, and being able to take the transformation of this community and really bring it to what it looks like and feels like today. I want to make sure that I'm calling out and saying a special thank you to the Wallach marketing team, Tam Barakta, James Hagerman, Denise Ballman. Want to just say thank you for helping support this event, but also thank you for your continued passion and expertise in storytelling. It's important for us all to continue to emphasize and to exemplify the reasons why coming together and being partners like this is so important, and is fundamental and critical for us to continue to do more of this type of work in the future. I want to say a special thank you to our friends at PVM, particularly Lolita Williams, Bob Eisner, Ian Wiesner, Kevin Petru, Brian Carnegie, Christy Paul, and Asia L. I know I listed a lot of people, but man, it takes a lot of people to get this work done, right? And all I want to say is that PVM, you've been with us hand in hand, step by step, on our journey to be here today, and I am very, very excited about the management team that's going to really breathe life into this community in the months to come when we're fully open and fully operationalized. Very much looking forward to that vibrancy. Last but not least, I also want to say thank you to our design partners, so RDL Architects and Giffords Webster. Man, you guys have really found a beautiful balance of preserving what this building was, its history, what it meant to the community, but giving us the blueprints and the roadmap of what this building now can mean for the future of this neighborhood and for those that choose to live in our walls. So thank you again to the Wallach PVM and our design partners, and honestly everyone else that's here, all our funders, all of the people who have been committed and dedicated to this neighborhood and to this particular site for decades beyond even when we got involved. It is such a legacy, and I think we should all be very proud of what we've delivered today. And so I'd like to invite Lewis Business College alumna evangelist Sandra Rose to give our benediction. Her journey from the classrooms of Lewis College to ministry embodies the legacy of Violet T. Lewis of faith, of perseverance, and service to others. Sandra? Maybe not another situation. Not a Julie, not a Jim, not a Sandra, but Doug.
Thank you.
There you go.
I do want to make this perfectly clear. I am not Evangelist Sandra Rose. Good afternoon to all of you. I am Pastor Doug Harris from the Prayer House Church. I've been tasked to give the benediction. And a benediction is generally given at the end of a service or a ceremony. Well, I don't consider this the end. I consider it a continuation of a celebration that started a long time ago. And so, let's give thanks to the one who created all of this. Father, as we come in the mighty name of Jesus. We thank you again for this day, one that you knew and created long time ago, and that you brought into fruition. And we thank you for the many people and organizations that you use to make this possible. Father, again, let it be a life-giving event. Let it be a life-stirring event that people can realize and recognize through you we can do all things. And so, again, we thank you for this day, and we thank you again for what this represents, not only in the natural, but also spiritually as well. Father, we give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise with hearty thanksgiving. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Go in grace, go in peace, go in the blessings of the Lord.
So real quick, just a little bit of housekeeping for all of us so we get organized here. I do want to just say I was remiss on not mentioning the names of the construction team members that were a part of making this site. So I want to just make sure that Kevin McGarvey and Randy Pearl and Eli Alexander get a special shout out because they've done an amazing job at bringing the quality of what this is here. So as we prepare to cut the ribbon, I just want you guys to know that there will be a tour. Apartments are available for tour. We are sequencing through the last and final inspections of our elevators in both the south and the north building, and so those will not be available for use. So please keep that in mind. If you have some mobility restrictions, the tour will go to the second floor. We've let lots of volunteers here to help navigate any specifics that you might have. Those that are cutting the ribbon, please join us over on this side in front of the south building. And then when we're done and wrapped up with that, tours will start. And if we can have you come over here to the north building, that would be great as well. So thank you, everyone, again. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your tours. Thank you.